Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world, may become the youth baseball capital of the world. Tonight from Branson, it's a Cal Ripken Major 70 championship game. It's Team Japan versus Team USA, and it's coming up next. Welcome to Ballparks of America in beautiful Branson, Missouri. Tonight we see Team Japan, the international bracket winners, versus Team USA from Atlantic Beach, Florida. Hi, I'm Tom Ladd, joined by Robert Faraday, Vice President and Commissioner for Babe Ruth Baseball. Robert, yesterday we witnessed these teams win their brackets in much different ways. Japan, the dominant team that they've been in the tournament, have put up some great numbers.
Yeah, you can see the graphic right here, but 46 runs in 5 games and only 2 against. We'll see some highlights here, but really what they have been is super aggressive, both at the plate and on the base pass. Taking the extra base, first to third, scoring on balls hit not very deep, but just running and hitting their way to the championship.
Grand Slam home run there last night to advance to this World Series championship game tonight. And for Southeast, it's been a solid tournament for them as well, both pitching and some timely hitting.
I think especially where you can see that they've given up very few runs. Their pitching has been outstanding. I've been probably more impressed with the composure of the young men that have pitched for Atlantic Beach, Florida, especially William Rawlings, that threw the USA Championship game last night, and what a gem. And again, his individual composure, keeping his team in the game and being solid as a rock, gets them this opportunity to compete in the World Championship.
Both teams are undefeated heading into this championship game tonight with a special report. Our sideline reporter this week is Aaron Summers. Aaron?
Guys, hundreds of teams from around the world started this 2017 season with one goal. 18 advanced here to the Cal Ripken World Series, and the 2 final teams meet here tonight in the World Championship. Now, while the international teams boast a 7-3 record over the U.S., and Japan is the defending champion, that's not stopping the Southeast team from forgetting about the history, because both of these teams entered tonight's game a perfect 6-0 here in Branson.
And that's what they're looking for tonight, the World Series champion, Team Japan and Team USA. Lineups in the first pitch coming up next.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Let's take a look at Japan's batting order. Yuta Otsumi with the Grand Slam leads off. Ryota Kishida, the pitcher, will bat second. Tama Hoshiko, the shortstop, hitting third. Yuya Okanishi batting fourth. Takedo Saaki will bat fifth. Yudai Ibine will bat 6th and play center field. 7th place batter is Tito Akayama. We got Hodo batting 8th and catching, and Iwasaki is batting 9th. The pitcher, Kyson Witherspoon, for the team from Atlantic Beach, Florida. This is his second appearance. He's thrown 2 innings and struck out 5 so far in this event. We are set and ready to go. Robert Faraday alongside. Beautiful night for baseball here in Branson, Missouri. Again, Ballparks of America, St. Louis Field. It's been a great tournament. A conclusion here tonight with the World Series Championship.
Here we go.
Otsumi leads it off. First pitch by Witherspoon, just a bit low. 1-0 the count.
Weather's perfect tonight. It's just been a fantastic week. Had a little bit of rain like you always do in a tournament, but this facility has handled it just absolutely beautifully.
Next pitch by the right-hander misses low, and the count is 2-0. Otsumi batting .400 in this tournament. 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, left-handed stick. He'll play left field defensively. Witherspoon's next offering. Bit low, ball 3. Boy, to put these guys on base with a free pass is dangerous. They like to run.
We saw their first runner be thrown out last night. What we have is something like 30-1 or something like that. And catcher from Mexico did a great job gunning a guy out, but it was a rarity.
35 stolen bases for this Japan team. They've been thrown out 1 time. Here's the defense for Team USA. Pettit, Rust, Beenan in the outfield from left to right. McGinnis, Rawlings, Bradshaw, Sedgwick, third to first. Kyson Witherspoon and Malachi Witherspoon, the battery. Throw over to first base. Sedgwick holds the runner on. Otsumi just underway in this championship game. Witherspoon from the stretch. The pitch is low. Here's a snap throw to first base, and he is in there. Get you the umpiring crew here momentarily. Guys, great job throughout the event. See our home plate umpire, and he's the crew chief as well. Another throw to first, and he's out. They get Otsumi at first base. Kyson Witherspoon pegs him there for the first out of the inning.
Really quick move. Great throw. Just caught him leaning just a little bit. Here we go.
Takes the lead there. Caught him off balance. There's the tag.
Might have just been about a half a step too far off the bag, and when he came back, ball was there.
Kishida batting. Pitch is a strike, and the count even at 1-1.
A little bit. Team Florida has taken advantage of every opportunity that's presented and keeping themselves in games all week long.
Ground ball to third. McGinnis scoops and fires over to first base for the out. 2 outs in the inning. One thing about the USA team, they play fairly good defense. That's good range by the third baseman McGinnis, reaching to his left, and then the throw over to first base to retire Kishida. 2 outs, and it'll bring up Tema Hishiko.
They played great through the 5 innings of the U.S. Championship. Had a couple of miscues in the 6th inning, but Rawlings put them back on pace with a couple of key strikeouts there. And again, that's why they have this opportunity to play in this championship.
Hishiko, who was the winning pitcher last night, he is the international most outstanding player. Kind of a dual threat on the mound and at the plate. Came in batting .500 to tonight's action. Ball a little bit low, 2-0 the count, and Witherspoon falling behind the Japan hitters, and that's not a good trait.
I think he's being cautious. He's seen these teams put a lot of runs on the board.
Pitch a strike on the inside corner, 2-1 the count. Top of the first inning. Japan is 5-0 in this event. the Southeast team, the Atlantic Beach, Florida team, 6-0. Japan has given up just 2 runs. Very stingy defensively and on the bump. 3-1 to count, 2 outs in the inning. We've got a time already as coach comes out to have a word with his starting pitcher Witherspoon. Make sure he's okay out there. Again, he's only thrown 2 innings so far this week.
Yeah, I think he's just out there checking on. He had shook his arm a little bit, making sure he's healthy. He has taken his time to deliver the pitches, but they want to make sure they've got a clear plan going into a 3-1 count here.
Team USA last night beat Pacific Southwest by a score of 2-1. Boy, didn't get much more exciting than that game last night.
I guess the only more exciting game of the series is when Team Hawaii had a walk-off grand slam to get themselves in position to win that, or to be in that game.
Here's a swing and a foul ball by Oshiko.
So last night when it came down 2-0, bottom of the 6th, and Hawaii had the big hitter up and got William Rawlings, set him down.
He did, in fact. Even though he had an error in the process, here's the second walk of the inning by Witherspoon, runner at first base with 2 outs, and it'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Yuya Okanishi. Okanishi comes in batting .333 in the tournament with a homer and 4 RBIs. Left-handed stick, runner at first. Here's another throw by Witherspoon. Over to first base. Sedgwick handling the throws over there. Ballparks of America, 5 fields here, replicas of major league ballparks. This one is the St. Louis field. Here's a swing and a shot to left center field, and that one is gone. Home run by Okanishi makes it 2-0 Japan here in the first inning. That's his second home run of the tournament.
I think he really did a nice job keeping his hands inside here.
The 7th home run for Japan in this tournament. And you'll see it here. Curveball. He took it the other way to left center field and got it over the fence.
Yeah, kept his hands inside, got the bat barrel out. Nice uppercut swing, which is taking the ball out of the park. The ballpark dimensions here.
Here's a bouncer right back to the pitcher, and Witherspoon will throw him out at first base, and we'll get the dimensions to you here when we come back. 2-run score on a 2-run homer by Okanishi. Southeast coming up, 2-0 Japan. Rust leads off, plays center field. Holden Bradshaw batting second, playing second. Rawlings will hit third and play short. Parker Sedgwick, the cleanup hitter, and playing first base. You see the Witherspoons, 5th and 6th in the order. Dustin Pettit, number 7, McGinnis, and Beenan rounding out the batting order for Team USA. The pitcher, Ryota Kishida, he has thrown in one game, one inning. He has struck out 1. They have a wealth of pitching from Japan. Very good throwers. Last night's starting pitcher.
Because they've been scoring so many runs, they haven't had to tax their pitchers. They've used a lot of them, haven't thrown many pitches throughout the course, so they're rested and fresh.
Oshiko last night, through a complete game, struck out 11, gave up 6 hits and just 1 run. Here's a swing and a ground ball foul down the third base line by Rust.
So the dimensions here at St. Louis Field at Ballparks of America are 235 down the lines and 265 in center field. So that opposite field home run traveled over 250 feet.
And that's 2/3 replica of what is Busch Stadium in St. Louis.
Right. That's the goal of Ballparks of America, to replicate those fields and give these players the big league opportunity.
Ground ball to third. Okanisha with the play. Throws over to first base to make the first out of the inning. That's a good defensive team from Japan as well. Very well schooled fundamentally.
Right.
See the ground ball charging hard on the run. He throws sidearm and easily gets Rust. Holden Bradshaw will step in and bat.
Very nice play.
Is a strike.
Ballparks of America has been a great host, and the city of Branson has been just tremendous to our young players all week. What a week it's been, and they've had experiences out in the community. I saw someone with one of the duck calls. They must have rode the ducks today and rode go-karts and water slides and did everything in the community that an average 12-year-old would really enjoy. So besides playing great baseball, they've had a lot of fun.
Well, this was weather for duck riding today. We had a little rain throughout the day today, so perfect duck ride weather. Pitch just outside to Bradshaw, and the count is 1-2. Kishida, the right-handed pitcher. Next one is low, and the count is even at 2-2. 2-0. Team from Japan on top of U.S. Here's a curveball swing and a miss by Bradshaw. He's down via the strikeout. Second out of the inning. First strikeout for Kishida. And it'll bring up William Rawlings. What a tournament he has had. What a game he played last night. Here's the curve to get Bradshaw. Wow. 12-6 curve. The fastball to start off Rawlings, who comes in batting .474. USA's most outstanding player.
You don't get this far and win as many championships as they did, winning the Florida State Championship, the Southeast State Championship, and being here and winning the USA Championship without a complete team. But William Rawlings, being the most outstanding player, really had a great week.
Base hit up the middle for Rawlings. He continues his fine play. As we take a look at Japan defensively, Utsumi, Ibine, and Akayama in the outfield. It is Okanishi, Oshiko, Iwasaki, and Saaki from third to first. Hodo, the catcher, with the right-hander Kishida on the bump. Pitch is a strike to Parker Sedgwick, who comes in hitting .231. So Rawlings, a one-hitter last night, picked up the win, struck out 10, walked just 1 in that game. And the hit came on an infield hit in the last inning of the game, last half inning of the game.
I didn't no-hitter through 5, and we did the proper thing. No one mentioned it.
Throw to first base with Saaki holding the runner on. Rawlings gets back. Rawlings, the son of the head coach Larry Rawlings. Next pitch misses away, and the count is 1-1. Bottom of the first inning. Japan on top 2-0. A two-run homer by Okanishi, his second of the tournament. Runner goes, throw down to second base, and Rawlings with a stolen base. In scoring position here.
Florida with a little bit of Japan's game plan, being aggressive, taking that base.
Good jump by Rawlings, pitch outside, snap throw by Hodo to second base. Runner in scoring position here for Atlantic Beach, Florida. Talk about the regions here. They're from the southeast region as Cedric walks, and we'll take a look at the umpiring crew. Tonight's umpires wearing Smitty official apparel, the official uniform of the Babe Ruth National Umpire Association. Garzilla, the crew chief, he's calling balls and strikes. Ken Pennington at first, Don Myers at second, Chad Hips at third, Nick Helton left field, and Keith Hogue right field. Full crew.
Really like to thank these guys. They've given their time this week. They're volunteering to be here. They've had a great experience. They've got to enjoy Branson and the Ozarks. Taking a couple day trips, I hear. Not going to say where, but they've enjoyed themselves here in Missouri.
I would imagine swinging some clubs here in Branson. They're nothing better than the golf clubs, golf courses here in Branson. You had a chance to play one this morning in between raindrops.
This beautiful ballpark certainly is something for kids and families to come here and enjoy. But while you're here, Top of the Rock, Buffalo Ridge, and Johnny Morris, and the commitment from Taney County to improve their golf facilities has been first class.
Malachi Witherspoon batting, takes the ball, right-handed stick. Catching, ball gets away from the catcher. Hodo, and both runners advance, so the tying run at second base for Atlantic Beach, Florida. 2-0 Japan here, bottom of the first. Count is 2-0 to Malachi Witherspoon. Comes in batting .300. He's got a couple RBIs. Witherspoon, the catcher. Kyson is the pitcher. This is Malachi. And this one is in there for a strike. 2-1 to count. Nice crowd here for this championship game. They are standing around the field from left to right. Fielder's a base hit to left. A run will score. Throw into third base, and it's now 2-1. Malachi Witherspoon with an RBI single to left to cut the Japan lead to 1 run.
Just what you spoke about, Tom. Timing the hitting. 2-out hitting.
Line drive to left. Only one would score. You saw the left fielder Otsumi charging on that base hit. And it'll bring up Kyson Witherspoon now. Runners at first and third. See if Team USA wants to do some running here. Kyson Witherspoon batting .267. He has 3 RBIs. Breaking pitch for a strike. 0-1 to count. Bottom of the first, 2-1 our score. Witherspoon 5 for 15. Here's a foul ball near the southeast dugout. 0-2 the count. Two outs in the inning, first and third for Team USA. Kyson Witherspoon batting. Here he goes from first. That's Malachi, and an easy stolen base for the catcher from Team USA. Not even a throw.
I know it's early, but and that may be not a steal, an uncontested base, but would you think that Florida would have more steal attempts and stolen bases than Japan?
So far.
So far.
Here's a swing pop up on the infield. The pitcher wants it. Kishida handles it on the third base side of the infield for the third out. 2-1 our scores. USA responds, an RBI single, 2 hits. We head to the second inning. Japan on top, 2-1.
By Foxwoods, the official resort casino of the Boston Red Sox.
Back in Branson, Missouri, 2-1 Japan. Let's go now to our sideline reporter, Erin Summers, with a special report. Erin?
Hi, I'm here with Tara, and she's the Director of Marketing, Sports Marketing here in Branson. So what does a facility like this, a tournament like the Cal Ripken World Series, bring to the community and kind of make Branson more attractive?
The Cal Ripken World Series and Ballparks of America are not only a great opportunity to welcome new people from all over the world, but also a great opportunity for our community to meet new people from all over the world. So we're very thankful and forward to many, many years.
Thanks so much. We look forward to it as well. Tom?
Tara Alfonso, Branson CVB, Convention and Visitors Bureau, and she's in charge of sports marketing and attracting events like this. And obviously a great job getting this event here. New pitcher for Southeast, that's Colin Rust. You see his numbers, 1 game, 2 innings, left-handed pitcher, just trying to show Japan something different here.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether there was a little arm issue and he wasn't comfortable out there, but I think I agree with you. A couple different looks. And, again, the U.S. teams have been competing since June, traveling, playing a lot of tournaments, and this is the end of a very long summer.
Ibine will lead it off. Here's a swing and a chop right back to Rust. Rust will escort the ball over to first base and toss it to Cedric for the out.
We are fortunate to have Mayor Karen Best out from Branson, the Mayor of Branson, Karen Best, and tonight Tara Alfonso representing the Convention Visitors Bureau, the Chamber of Commerce. They have been very, very helpful, supportive, in helping our players enjoy their week in Branson.
Tito Akiyama will bat now for Japan. 2-1, Japan leads it. We're in the second inning. Rust pitch. Here's a swing and a foul straight back. Akiyama just 1 at bat, 1 hit. They've changed up a few of their players from last night's 9-1 win over Mexico. Very deep and talented team from Japan. Here's a pitch in the dirt. We say dirt. This is AstroTurf, the entire field AstroTurf. It looks like brown dirt out there. You see it, the arch in the outfield, replicating what you'll see in St. Louis. Here's a swing.
State-of-the-art field turf mound, and again, we're told that it can drain 9 inches an hour of rain. We're glad we didn't have to test them on that.
Next one by the lefty Rust to Akiyama. Base hit to left field. Akiyama with a single. He is on. And that's the second hit of the game for Japan. A 1-out single.
Now back to Team Japan.
Here's the pitch inside and low. And he's able to get it past the shortstop third base hole into left.
Team Japan, obviously, and you say, Tom, is very talented baseball-wise, but also they embrace this opportunity to come over here and experience everything that the United States has. They won the Sportsmanship Award as a team. That ball got away from the catcher over the first baseman's head.
Yep, throw by the catcher Witherspoon. And that'll be the first error of the game.
One of the more impressive things that Team Japan does, and you'll see here that he had him off the base. Good throw, would have made it close. It just sailed it a little bit.
Hodo, the batter, hitting .600 in the event. Now a conference on the mound between Witherspoon and Rust.
The Team Japan players, and one of the traditions at a Babe Ruth League World Series is the reading of the sportsmanship code prior to the games, and the Japanese player memorized the sportsmanship code in English to read before the games. Pretty impressive.
Pitch by the lefty, breaking ball by Rust. Bends in there for a strike. Count is 0-2 to Hodo. 1 out in the inning, a runner at second base, 2-1. Japan on top of Atlantic Beach, Florida. Here's the next pitch outside, and it's fouled onto the red roof here at Ballparks of America. Used to be a shopping center. I did some shopping here, spent a little money here back in the day.
They've taken a facility that and repurposed it. Put these fields perfectly inside the complex. It really makes for a nice effect.
Using some of the space as well. They've got suites here, restaurants, gift shops. It's kind of a neat, and there's room for a lot of expansion too, isn't there?
The expansion, the potential for growth, and the ability for us to keep coming back. And, you know, if you go down on Highway 76, Main Street, if you will, the amount of attractions that are here, the shows, the restaurants, the things for the players to do, their experience this week will be something they'll remember forever.
0-2 pitch. Now they throw, or at least check the runner at second base. Rust is shaking his arms, wondering where the defense was.
Might have had a play on there. Luckily, he didn't throw it into center field.
Sakiyama running at second for Japan. 0-2 pitch by Rust. Fans thought that was strike three. Rust thought that was strike three. 1-2 the count. Didn't get the call. Rick Garzilla, the home plate umpire. Not too far off that outside corner. Here's a swing and another base hit to left field. Could get a run home. Here comes Akiyama rounding third, and he'll score. RBI single by Hodo. Makes it 3-1 Japan. Sharply hit base hit there. Fourth RBI now for Hodo.
Team Japan. Second baseman, number 1, Ikuya Iwasaki.
William Rawlings made a nice effort. Made a dive just out of his reach. RBI single.
Iwasaki, the 9th place hitter in the Japan lineup, bats now. Rust pitched to him. A little bit high, 1-0 the count. 3-1 Japan. We're in the second inning. Atlantic Beach beat Pacific Southwest last night 2-1. It's been a timely hitting team all tournament long. Here's a throw to first by Rust. Keeping Hodo there. Iwasaki, the second baseman. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count.
Ball tailed away from him pretty well.
Batting champ of this tournament is from Japan. Not in the lineup tonight, though. That's how talented this team is. Chihiro Ito batted .667 in the tournament. He played last night, but not tonight. Another throw to first base by Rust, with Sedgwick holding the runner on.
Babe Ruth League has a re-entry rule allowing every team to play every player in every game. We can bring a starter out, put a sub in, and bring that starter back in.
Foul ball down the third base line.
These teams are here. They've come a long way. They want their players to have this experience also, getting a chance to play in the games. You'll see the batters using the Rawlings helmets, the official helmet of Babe Ruth League, and all of our baseballs are Rawlings baseballs, the official baseball. Being so close to St. Louis and the home of Rawlings, it's a natural fit.
Saw their truck in attendance here during the week with gloves for sale. Saw a lot of new gloves. Walking around, some of the players with still had the tags on them, so they did good business here this week.
Had that opportunity to try out some new gloves, different products.
Throw to first. Don't know if they're going to get him. They don't. As Hodo with the stolen base.
Hodo didn't hesitate. He took off, and by the time Florida made a very clean play. Throw to first. He moved inside.
There's off the pickoff. Yep, he's halfway to second when Sedgwick gets the ball.
Hodo was just too fast.
Foul ball down the first base line here by Iwasaki. Count remains 1-2. Been a long at bat here. Runner at second base. One out in the inning. This is the 29th. Is it 29th for this pitcher this inning? Or is that total? To check that, we know we had 15 in the first inning. Here's a line drive to the second baseman, Bradshaw. On his knees, he makes the catch for the second out. So 2 outs in the inning. Good play there by Bradshaw. off the end of the bat, going the other way. And you see the good catch by Bradshaw. 2 outs, and it brings up the leadoff hitter, Utsumi. Walked his first time up and was picked off. Left-handed swinger. 16 pitches. That makes more sense for Rust. From the stretch, breaking ball, hits the black on the outside corner for strike 1.
Favorite League uses a pitch count in these tournaments, make sure the players' arms are protected. With Rawlings throwing the complete game last night, though, there's a lot of availability on the Atlantic Beach team. Everybody's ready to throw tonight.
Utsumi blasted a grand slam home run to left center field last night. 2 homers in this tournament, 8 RBIs for Japan's leadoff hitter, plays left field. 1-1 to count here, 2 outs in the inning. We're in the second. Pitch by Russ, swung on. Here's a ground ball to Bradshaw at second. Makes the catch. He gets up and tries to throw home. He was off balance and not able to get Hodo, who scores the second run this inning in the 4th of the game. Never stopped coming around third base.
Again, that aggressiveness. Hodo never stopped. Second baseman made a great diving stop, but he was just not in any position to get to his knees, make a strong throw. And Hodo's speed that got him to second just brought him home. Fairly simple.
Utsumi at first now. Kishida batting. Grounded out to third his first time up. Here's a pitch by the lefty. Catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 to count. 3 hits this inning, 4 for the game for Japan. They lead it 4-1 here in the second. Just outside, even the count at 1-1. Japan with wins over Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and New Zealand in pool play. They beat Korea and Mexico in the tournament to advance to this championship. Here's a swing and line drive foul down the third base line. 1-2 the count to Kishida. Ryota Kishida, the pitcher.
See if Russ will challenge him here or try and use that ball that moves away from that right-handed batter.
Next pitch fouled into the netting, and Russ coming in to make a ricochet catch. Fans give a nice applause to Rust for his effort there. Standing room only crowd here. How many times do you think Ballparks of America has seen a standing room only crowd, people hovering around the upper levels watching this game?
Second tier decking full of people. What I'm really noticing is I've seen Team Mexico sitting next to Team Puerto Rico and Minnesota right there. The players have been having a great experience interacting with each other all week and being part of the event.
You just don't see the Boston Red Sox fan sitting next to the New York Yankee fan yet. It hasn't grown that well at this point, or a Cubs and a Cardinal fan. I mean, we're talking about, Cal Ripken baseball teams and their families.
I think interleague play has created some new rivalries or new games, but those traditional ones still stand up.
1-2 the count. Rust pitch outside. Runner goes. Throw down to second base. A little behind the second baseman Bradshaw into center field. And Utsumi will head to third on the play. So a stolen base and another error on the catcher. Second error of the inning. 2-2 the count. Kishida batting. Runner at third. 2 outs in the inning. Pitch by Rust. Here's a swing and a foul off the foot of Kishida. That hurts. Rawlings baseballs will put a mark on you if you foul it off your foot, your shin, your knee.
Umpire
2-2 the count.
Takes the time to go out to the pitcher so the batter gets a chance to be ready.
3 hits in the inning, 2 runs, runner at third here, 2 outs. Kashida waits. Here's a pitch in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. Here comes Atsumi scoring, and it's now 5-1, Japan on top here in the second inning. Passed ball scoring that run. 3-2 the count to Kashida. Ryota
just overthrew that one. Caught the plate in front.
Next one is fouled down the first base line. Into the rock berm. Look at the crowd here. You see the standing room only, and back a few. Some of the other teams still here, their families watching. They had the closing ceremonies and award ceremony prior to the start of this game. Big crowd for that. And you can see them winding from the foul pole to foul pole here around the St. Louis field of Ballparks of America in Branson, Missouri.
We were able to hand out all tournament teams, all defensive teams, reward the players for their efforts here this week, thanks to the sponsorship of K&K Insurance, the national official sponsor of our World Series trophies.
Gap shot to left center field by Kashida. He'll end up at second base with a 2-out double. 4th hit of the inning for Japan. Okay. We had mentioned that this batter, Hashiko, is the coming up. That, of course, is Kashida, who hit the double, but coming up right there, you'll see the next batter,
right,
Tama Hoshiko, who is the international most outstanding player.
Just a great tournament and a great World Series. And we talked about William Rawlings. The Sportsmanship Award was for the U.S. side was given to North Dakota. Again, the players come here and if they embrace the opportunity to meet players from all over the world, play baseball, be part of the community and part of the World Series, they'll go home with memories for a lifetime.
Ball right back to Rust, and he will throw it over to first for the 3rd out of the inning. But 3-run score, 4 hits, 2 errors, and 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. 5-1 Japan on top of USA.
Dakota.com.
Welcome back to the Babe Ruth League's 2017 Cal Ripken Major 70 World Series in Branson, Missouri. Look at that list of Hall of Fame alumni from Babe Ruth baseball. Carl Yastrzemski, Mike Piazza, Randy Johnson, the big unit, Frank Thomas, Cal Ripken Jr.
Quite an impressive list. And here, since we're in Missouri, the great George Brett from Kansas City. but actually, and his brother Ken Brett was on a World Series championship team from El Segundo, California. And he holds that over George every once in a while.
George still a big part of the Kansas City Royals. It'll be the bottom three in the order for Atlantic Beach, Florida. Dustin Pettit Jr. leads off.
We'll take the opportunity to thank our production company, 7C, who's done a great job with this telecast and streaming live on MLB.com. And a little shout out to the University of Maryland Sigma Nu chapter watching on MLB.com tonight.
Pitch just outside, 1-1 the count. Kishida's next. Misses a little bit outside, 2-1 to count to Dustin Pettit Jr. 1 for 10 in the tournament. 5 RBIs, 1 hit, 5 RBIs. That's some production.
Efficiency.
Pitch a little bit low, 3-1 to count. Kishida gave up 2 hits and a run his first inning of work. Next one by the right-hander, right down the pipe. Count is full at 3-2. Rick Garzilla from New Jersey calling balls and strikes. Swing and a miss, and Pettit strikes out. First out of the inning. Second strikeout for Ryota Kishida. And it'll bring up Jace McGinnis. McGinnis comes in hitting .462, the third baseman, right-handed batter. Kishida's pitch swung on and fouled straight back into the stands it goes.
Saw the graphic of our Hall of Fame alumni. We're just as proud as some of the non-baseball playing alumni, including Babe Ruth President Stephen Tellefson, who was a Babe Ruth alumni, who's made the announcement that we will be returning to Branson, Missouri next year. Playing August 3rd through the 11th. Ballparks of America wants to host us, and the city of Branson's been excited about it, so we're glad to come back.
That'll be outstanding. Year 2 here in Branson, Missouri. 0-2 the count to Jace McGinnis. 5-1 Japan on top of Team USA. Next pitch just outside, 1-2 the count. Lights on here at the ballpark. They've got 5 different ballparks here. They've got Chicago right next to this St. Louis field. There's a ground ball to third. Okanisha picks it up and throws across the field for the out, second out of the inning.
We've had our players experience all the different fields here and get the chance to play on Boston with the Green Monster and over at Chicago and play some friendly games. Some international teams playing U.S. teams after they were eliminated from the series. And everybody, again, has a great time being on these replica parks.
Nash Beenan steps in and bats now for Atlantic Beach, Florida. Looking for his first hit of the tournament. Pitch just a little bit low there. 2-0 the count to Beenan. Next one by the right hand. Pitcher Kishida. His second appearance on the mound in this World Series tournament. He threw just 1 inning his first appearance. Pitch is a little bit high, and the count is 3-1. 2 outs in the inning. Number 9 batter for Southeast. Next one by Kishida. Here's a swing and a foul straight back, and the count is full. Yeah, the teams have mixed it up. They played at just about every field here, all with different characteristics, much like their major league ballparks. You talked about the Green Monster. Here's a pitch in there for strike 3. and a 1-2-3 second inning for Kushida. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We head to the third inning. Japan on top of Team USA 5-1. (5-1) Japan in Branson, Missouri for Cal Ripken's Major 70 World Series. And Yuya Okanishi with his last at bat, a home run, 2 RBIs. Last night he was 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Not a bad couple of days for Okanishi.
He's hot. That's all you can say. He's running up to the plate. Can't wait to get another at bat.
So 4 for 4 in his last 4 at-bats.
Leading off the top half of the third inning.
Third baseman digs in from the left side against Rust in his second inning of work now. Pitch swung on. Here's a fly ball to center field, shallow center. The shortstop going out and making an over-the-shoulder catch for the first out. That is Kyson Witherspoon, who started the game on the mound, making the catch at short, but he had to go out in the shallow center field.
Not an easy play when that ball's going to be hit in between some of the second base, center field. He calls it, tracks it, makes the play.
Saiki will bat, fouls the first pitch off down the third base line. 0-1 to count. Rust last inning gave up 3 runs, 4 hits. There was a couple errors behind him, didn't get a lot of help. 5-1 Japan. Rust next pitch, bounces it across. We were talking about the fields here and their characteristics. They're all 2/3 replicas of their major league counterparts. So you've got Detroit, Brooklyn, Boston, Chicago, St. Louis. So 2/3 replica here. You talked about the dimensions of this field. If you look at Wrigley Field in Chicago, 2/3 replica, that field is just down the right field line from here.
They follow the contours of the same as the big league parks. Every fence distance in the facility is over 225 feet. So, and the center field and the different gaps and dimensions. Again, that 2/3 replica creates some interesting angles.
This being the main park at Ballparks of America with more seating here, but they plan to expand a lot of that, don't they, in the future?
This is their first summer really.
Swing and a fly ball down the left field line, just curving foul.
Having the fields available, having the suites available, getting a lot of the businesses to come up and be part of the facility and the expansion plans. Where would you start, Tom? I mean, you could go all day, and they plan to, over the next few years, really continue to improve the facility. That's why we're excited to be here.
Saaki with a 1-2 count to him, left-handed batter, first baseman. 1 out in the inning. Breaking ball by Rust. Got him looking for the strikeout. First strikeout for Team USA. Ballparks of America in Branson, Missouri. Completed in October of last year.
Yeah, and the players came in and they stayed in the team suites, and the lockers were decorated. They had their Rawlings helmets in there, Franklin batting gloves, signage welcoming them to Branson and to Ballparks of America. Really, really special place.
Plan to expand to 15 fields in the future. Wow. Ibane, the center fielder, batting now. Udai Ibane, his first time up, he grounded to the pitcher. 0 for 1 in the game. 2-0 the count. Rust steps back.
Just about to open their indoor batting cage facility, so while it's raining and the field is draining, you can go inside and hit. So
next pitch is fouled straight back by Ibane. 2-1 to count. Yeah, I saw the batting cages right next to the media room here at the ballpark. Some cages. I didn't see anybody in there hitting, but I guess there needs to do a little work there. Swing and a miss on a good overhand curve by Rust. Heck of a pitch there by the lefty.
We've had a Babe Ruth League and SI Play Media Center where the players and the coaches go afterwards, be interviewed on what happened during the game, give their experiences of the World Series. They've been
swing and a miss by Ibane, and he'll be tagged out for the third out of the inning. So 1-2-3 inning here in the third for Team USA. 5-1 Japan on top of USA. We head to the bottom of the third. We're not at the YMCA, but the umpires are having fun in the outfield here tonight. 5-1 Japan on top of USA. Let's send it back down to Aaron Summers with another special guest.
Thanks, Tom. You mentioned SI Play just moments ago, and I'm here with the head of business development of SI Play, Mark Kamisak. Now, what does an event like this, the tournament here with Cal Ripken, provide growth for the SI Play?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Babe Ruth League for having us here. This has been a great event, and much like this is a showcase for their organization and all the kids that are out here on the field, really it helps us to showcase our technology that ultimately helps all these families here simplify and celebrate their sports lives. So we're fortunate to be a part of it.
And what are some of the ways that people can use the SI Play app and things?
Yeah, I mean, we have everything from tournament management applications to live scoring, which is on display here, and we have a mobile team application. So as busy parents and volunteers are trying to schedule their lives around their youth sports activities, we can help facilitate that.
Well, thank you very much, Tom.
All right, to the bottom of the third we go. Left-handed pitcher on the bump here for Japan. Ground ball by Rust to third and came off the bag. Rust able to beat it out at first base. He is on. Leadoff runner here, probably an error, but we will see. Okanishi picks it up and throws a little bit wide at first base, and that will in fact be an error. Rust beats it out.
So in fact, the ball just tailed on him a little bit. It was a sidearm throw and pulled that first baseman off the base.
Shuta Takara is the pitcher, left-handed pitcher in the game for Japan. Takara, you see him there and his numbers: 2 innings, 3 hits, a strikeout. Runner at second. Swing and a foul ball by Bradshaw.
Team Japan's not giving up very many walks. They've been around the plate the entire World Series.
Not many errors. Played pretty good defense as well. 5-1 to score. Again, they've given up a run. That's just a third of the tournament. Here we kind of skimmed over that, but that's big. They played 5 games, I guess, now, and only 3 runs scored. Here's a fly ball right side. Sawaki under it, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. The first baseman handles that. So 1 out.
For Team Florida, number 19.
And it'll bring up William Rawlings, who singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Takara from the stretch. Pitch swung on. Here's a fly ball again, right side. Second baseman under it this time, and he makes the catch. Iwasaki handling that. 2 outs. And it brings up Parker Sedgwick.
For Team Florida, number 13, Parker Sedgwick.
Sedgwick, who's thrown some great games in this event, threw a 1-hitter against Missouri. Pitch inside to Sedgwick.
Everyone's contributed. Really been part of the team win.
Next one by the lefty, a little bit low, 2-0 the count.
And they celebrated last night after winning the United States Championship. I saw some parents out there. It felt like they had won something also. They were just as excited.
Pop fly back behind home plate, into the stands it goes. You see the packed stands there behind home plate.
All across the country, our volunteers, our commissioners, our district commissioners, state commissioners, the league presidents have done so much hard work this summer just to let the kids and our players enjoy the great game of baseball and softball. I want to make sure we thank them for everything they've done all year long.
Here's a swing and a fly ball to left field. Utsumi under that, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out. Easy inning for Japan as we head to the 4th inning. Japan on top of USA 5-1 from Branson, Missouri. Welcome back to the Babe Ruth League's 2017 Cal Ripken Major World Series, Branson, Missouri. You see the tournament pitching requirements, and Robert Faraday, who is the vice president and commissioner of Babe Ruth Baseball. This is very important to the development of the young arms, isn't it?
Right. Babe Ruth League has adapted a pitch count just like high schools have, and it's very important that over the course of the long summer, and these players right now in August are as trained and ready as they could be. But our tournament staff here, our tournament directors, Al Solonic and Terry Rickelli, Task Force Rich Gross, Delbert Holman, they've gone and worked with SI Play, gone down and talked to the coaches. Hey, your players have thrown this many pitches. We make an announcement every inning, and we make sure that these players have the opportunity to be in the event, but not overthrow.
See a lot of states developing requirements like this in high school ball. For instance, Missouri has one now that there's a pitch count for each player. I think it's 105 in a game, and again, you have the rest.
Right, and it's something that Major League Baseball has highlighted, and USA Baseball and the Medical Safety Committee, and we're part of all those organizations in promoting the game of baseball, improving the safety of the game of baseball, and making it fun. So if nothing else, some other kids sometimes get a chance to pitch. And from our experience, Tom, back in the day, if you could pitch, you stayed out there on the mound.
Akiyama leading off this fourth inning for Japan. Tito singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1, came around and scored a run. 5-1 Japan on top of the USA from Atlantic Beach, Florida. 1-2 the count here to Akiyama. Russ now in his third inning of work. The lefty. Pitch by Rust. Swung on. Here's a fly ball to the second baseman, Bradshaw. Came in a step. And an easy catch by Bradshaw for the first out of the inning.
Rust has been sneaky effective. Got that ball in on his hands. Didn't catch the fat of the bat, and produced a soft pop to second base.
Tomonori Hodo, the catcher, steps in now for Japan. RBI single his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Pitch is high by Rust. He had a shaky first inning, but he settled down since then, and he has thrown well. 5 hits for Japan, 2 for Team USA. Breaking ball swung on. Here's a shot to left center field. Going back, the ball over the head of the center fielder and bounces over the fence. It'll be a stand-up double for Hodo. He's now 2 for 2 in the game.
Ground rule double. Center fielder made a nice effort. Just got over his glove and bounced over the left field fence.
So Hodo 2 for 2. You'll see it here. Curveball, waits on it, pulls it to left center field, and again bouncing over the head and over the fence.
Got out of the box, but he did watch it a little bit. He thought he might have caught all of it.
Iwasaki now standing in for Japan, right-handed batter. Pitch is high by Rust, 1-0 the count. Number 9 batter in Japan's lineup. Iwasaki lined out to the second baseman his first time up. We're in the fourth inning. It's 5-1 Japan. Scored 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Breaking pitch by Rust is a strike. How about the umpires out there dancing?
Yeah.
They get paid extra for that? Or
they've been here this week, all week, working together. A little bit of sunshine, a little bit of relief and excitement and joy for being the end of the week. They had some fun.
Leading the cheers in the YMCA, huh?
I'm not sure that they had that much rhythm, but they gave it a really, really good effort.
I don't know. There's few of them that have done that before, I'm sure. 1-2 the count here to Iwasaki. Next pitch is lined to right field, right at Beenan. He'll throw to second base, and an easy inning-ending double play. Beenan with the line drive catch, and they get Hodo at second base, doubling him off. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Japan on top of USA, 5-1 from Branson, Missouri. 5-1, bottom of the fourth. Let's send it to Aaron Summers with another special guest.
We've had a great week here so far with lots of fun with the kids, and there's going to be another great event here at Ballparks of America September 28th. The Wounded Warriors amputee softball team will be here for a tournament. Jack is a board of directors for the Wounded Warriors amputee softball team, and what's going to be unique about this event?
Well, this event for the first time ever is going to be the reunion camp for our kids. We put on a kids camp for the past 6 years of amputee children, and this year we're bringing in about 25 alumni kids to participate at Ballparks of America. It's going to be a great event, great softball, and a lot of fun for all of us.
And someone that will be playing and participating in the tournament is Brian. Are you looking forward to the event here and having some time with the kids?
Say again, sorry.
Are you looking forward to the event and having time with the kids?
Yes, we're looking for, the parents are very excited. The kids are ecstatic to be coming out here. It's very, we're very fortunate to be able to, for Ballparks of America to host this for us. So we're looking forward to the end of September.
I'm sure everyone here is as well. Tom?
All right, Aaron, thanks a lot. We head to the bottom of the fourth, the St. Louis Field, Ballparks of America, location of that event she spoke about. Shuta Takara, Wounded Warrior amputee softball team kids camp, again September 28th here at Ballparks of America. Should be a great event.
We've been asked to have a couple of really special events. We took the opening parade down to Branson Landing. Had a little difficulty with the weather, but the kids got a chance to get out in the community. We had a celebrity softball game. We've had a Special Olympics and Bambino Buddy Ball game here during Family Fun Night. So all the events that are in and around the World Series, again, our players get a chance to experience that and step in and be part of it.
3-1 to count to Malachi Witherspoon, leading off this fourth inning for Atlantic Beach, Florida. He fouls one straight back. He singled his first time up, an RBI single in the first inning. Malachi Witherspoon, the catcher.
2-out single. Again, that timely hitting produced that run, and we just got to get a couple more base runners here and keep the pressure on.
Takara, the left-handed pitcher. Here's a swing and another foul straight back by Witherspoon. Bottom of the fourth, again, 6-inning games. So this one's starting to get to that point where you got to make a run, chip away.
We've played the 10-run rule throughout the event, and I had a few of them, but really, again, mostly tight games, and we've had more than a few come down to the last at bat.
Walk to the leadoff man here in the fourth inning. First walk issued by Japan pitchers. Witherspoon is on for the second time, and it'll bring up Kyson Witherspoon, now playing shortstop for Atlantic Beach, Florida. Flew out to the pitchers first time up. 0 for 1 in the game. Takara from the stretch. Pitch, here's a bunt attempt, and it's fouled straight back.
Coaching staff trying to get a runner in scoring position. Trying almost anything they can to put a little pressure on Team Japan.
Robert Faraday, of course, the vice president commissioner of Babe Ruth baseball. Babe Ruth, of course, the Sultan of SWAT, the Bambino, pitched for the Boston Red Sox, and of course made his real name. He was a great pitcher, but obviously made his name as a home run hitter for the Yankees.
Yeah, and again, when we had the opportunity to 1952 to put the Babe Ruth name on the program, his wife and widow Claire Ruth said he would have been so proud to have a bunch of kids playing under his name, and maybe the ultimate youth player. Pitched, hit, ran, not fast, but did all the things that our kids do here this week.
Plus, we both are jealous of his physique, his playing physique. Guy was a svelte player in his day.
He enjoyed life on and off the field, is what they say, right?
714 home runs, 2,213 RBIs. At the time, there's a strikeout of Kyson Witherspoon. Nice breaking pitch by Takara for the first out of the inning. That's a third strikeout for Japan pitchers. Again, nice looking backdoor curve by the left-handed pitcher. And it'll bring up Dustin Pettit Jr.
Babe Ruth's family is still active with their foundation. Claire Ruth Stevens, over 100 years old. And
ground ball to third. Picked up by Okanishi, and foul ball. They played it out.
Babe Ruth League's affiliation with the great Hall of Fame legacy icons, Babe Ruth and Cal Ripken Jr., and we talked about the Ripken family being so important to what Babe Ruth League is doing. We're very proud of that. We're very protective of that. Their likes and images, their names. And again, these players getting a chance to wear a Cal Ripken Babe Ruth League patch, just a big deal in the long run.
Ground ball to second base by Pettit. He is out. That's a second out of the inning. Runner does move to third on the play. That is Malachi Witherspoon. And it'll bring up Jace McGinnis, who's 0 for 1 in the game, grounded out to third his first time up. Jack McGinnis, I apologize.
What I really love about the chance for parents to talk to their kids about a gentleman like Cal Ripken, who has numbers that are just all unbelievable, Hall of Fame worthy. But to say, here's a baseball player that showed up every day, did his job, was in the lineup, played hurt, and still produced over that long and illustrious career. That's really something that parents can point to their children as a great life lesson.
Foul ball by McGinnis, and the count is 0-2 to him. You see Takara just rearing back and throwing BBs here. We're in the fourth inning, bottom of 5-1. Japan on top of Atlantic Beach, Florida. Babe Ruth, a 1936 Hall of Fame inductee, Baseball Hall of Fame inductee.
Part of the inaugural class.
81 years ago.
Major League Baseball, the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, does a nice job recognizing the youth programs. And for years, Babe Ruth League has had a trophy on display. Our team pictures get up into the Hall of Fame and go on display. They're just the best people to work with.
1-2 the count, 2 outs. Pitch inside, and see Takara just about walking off the field there.
He wanted that one.
Two the count, 2 outs, runner at third for Atlantic Beach, Florida. Pitch swing and a miss. He strikes him out. So a pair of strikeouts in the inning for Takara as we head now to the 5th inning. Japan on top of USA 5-1. Ballparks of America and the Cal Ripken Major 70 World Series Championship.
And 10.
The hits, the runs, the strikeouts, it'll all be back here next year in Branson, Missouri at Ballparks of America, August 3rd through the 11th of 2018. Cal Ripken World Series. Glad that it's back.
Looking forward to having a full year to improve the event and make it better for our players. Just so proud that we were able to pull it all together this year and look forward to a great future together.
Do you listen to people, what they say about the event now, just kind of tweak it a little bit from now until then?
Well, in the great world of social media, you get some instant feedback every day, every night. We're responding to what our fans are looking for. But yes, the off-season of baseball, meetings, more meetings, and making sure that we can produce another great event next year. Having partners like the Branson Convention and Visitors Bureau, Chamber of Commerce, City of Branson, Ballparks of America, and of course all the great Babe Ruth sponsors that have participated here this week, we feel like we can come back and make it even better.
Utsumi leads off here in the 5th inning for Japan. Left-handed batter. Rust with the pitch, fouled straight back.
Yeah,
Utsumi 2 for 2.
After the 2nd inning where Russ came in and gave up a few runs, he's really settled in here and kept Japan off balance. Really, really a nice performance.
Gets a sign from Witherspoon, his catcher. There's the 1-2 offering. Got him looking. Utsumi down via the strikeout on the outside corner. That's a 2nd strikeout now for Rust. This pitch, that's a pitcher's pitch there, isn't it? Just a little bit outside, but they've been calling that this week, so the batter's got to be ready. A couple inches off the plate. Couple 3-4 inches off the plate. Got to be aware of that pitch. This one misses low. Kashida, Ryota Kashida. Breaking ball, ground ball to second base. Bradshaw in front of it, throws over to first. Not going to get Kashida at first. Infield single.
Kashida really getting out of the box. You knew it hit a soft ground ball to second base, and he just took off.
So an infield single, and it may have been a pinch hitter for Japan. Could have been Takara, the pitcher, who came in for Kashida, and that's who it is. So Takara. Hoshiko will step in now. So Takara with the base hit. That's the 7th hit of the game for Japan. Pitch a little bit low to Kashida. Japan's out hit Atlantic Beach, Florida, 7-2 in the game. We're in the 5th inning. It's 5-1, Japan on top. 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Here's a swing and a base hit to right field. So 2 hits in the inning now for Japan. Their 8th of the game. Runners at first and second, 1 out.
Base runner had to stop, wait for the ball. Hard hit ball. He stopped to make sure he didn't get hit by it. That didn't give him any momentum to get to third.
Okanishi will bat.
Babe Ruth League and our Cal Ripken play official baseball rules, so in that case, if he had been hit by that ball, he would have been out. So, good job by the base runner.
Okanishi 1 for 2. That home run in the first inning. And flew out to short. 2 RBIs in this game. He's hit 2 home runs. 6 RBIs for the tournament. 1-0 the count. Rust from the stretch. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Breaking away from the left-handed batter. 5th inning, we play 6 in these events. Cal Ripken Major 70 World Series, Ballparks of America, Branson, Missouri. Top of the 5th. 1-1 to count. Russ checks the runner at second. Here's a swing and a foul back. And again, good idea there by Okanishi. He saw that pitch outside the strike zone just a little, knew he had better offer at that.
Again, they got him to pop up last at bat, but he's looking to hit.
1-2 the count. Rust looks at first base and throws to first, and a nice save by Cedric. Had to jump up and pass the runner to save that one from going to the screen. Atlantic Beach, Florida, with a couple errors in the game. 1 for Japan. Here's a swing and a ground ball to short, picked up by Witherspoon, flips it to second. They're not going to get the double play. They do get the force at second base, and there's 2 outs. So 2 outs, they get the runner at second. Play goes 6-4 there.
Now batting for Team Japan.
Runners at first and third now. You'll see it, hard hit ball. Good play by Witherspoon.
Yeah, Russ kept that ball away from him. He didn't roll it over, but he didn't really get a chance to get it out too much further, and great play just to get that out. Outs are at premium.
Takedo Saaki will bat now for Japan. 5-1, they lead it in the 5th inning. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Grounded out to the pitcher and struck out looking. Left-handed batter, boy, he's really up on the plate. Look at his feet. I mean, he's look like a free throw line there. His foot is right at the end of the free throw line. He's about to shoot. His toe is on the white line. Not going over, but he's on the white line.
With the AstroTurf fields and the painted lines, you don't have a chance to dig them out like they do at the big leagues, but he's right on top of the plate. And again, just hear more of a strategy conversation. Got 2 outs. Opportunity to just get an out and get out of the inning is what they're looking for.
Well, first and third, too, they're talking about this situation. You know Japan likes to run. Talked about 35 stolen bases coming in. First and third here, you don't want Japan to steal home. You throw it through, they're going to take off. They've got great speed. So they're deciding what they want to do here. If they fake to throw to second, maybe go to third. Just pump fake and hold the ball. See what they do in this situation. That's what the coaching staff's going over here. Left-handed pitcher helps out a little bit. Left-handed pitcher being able to see the runner at first base.
Won't get as big a jump. They did pick a runner off in the first inning, and not sure they're going to be too tricky. I think they may let him take that base uncontested. We'll see.
See his feet there right on the line. He is, to me, that's a guy who wants to go the other way with a pitch. He is really crowding the plate. That's got to be tough with a pitcher. Left-handed pitcher, left-handed batter here. Saaki digging in. 1-0 the count. Pitch by Rust, misses. Ball gets past. Throw to home, little collision. The runner is safe, sliding into the home plate area, and it's now 6-1. Didn't take much for that ball to get past the catcher, and lead runner Takara scoring from third. Great jump there. Slides in. Rust and he collide at home plate. But it's 6-1 Japan now. Runner at second base, advancing on that pass ball as well. Here's a swing and a foul ball straight back.
He went away, and unfortunately with the way the ball broke, the catcher wasn't able to handle it, and now he's come back inside on him. So
Okanishi running at second base for Japan. They lead at 6-1. We're in the 5th inning. Here's a swing. And a ball that dribbles out to right field. Another run will score for Japan, making it 7-1.
That was hard hit right off the pitcher's foot.
They're going to
Karam
check
goes
on
out
him.
to right field? Yeah, absolutely.
Whole infield will come in, make sure he's okay.
He's a tough kid. He's been a gamer, playing hard this game, keeping his team in it. And I don't think he wants to come out.
Run scores, makes it 7-1. They'll check on Rust. Ibine will step in and bat. Rust is he's a tough kid. You talk about it. He's played a very good defensive center field when he's not pitching.
We got a pinch hitter, I believe. Another big part of all the different languages spoken here this week, and but baseball is kind of a universal language. Manager is able just to point to one of the subs that he's got on the lineup, and we move on.
Issei Okamoto will be the batter. Went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs against the Dominican Republic. That's right-handed and swats one past the shortstop into left field. So Okamoto with a base hit.
Off the bench, ready to hit. First pitch.
First pitch swinging. Hard hit ball right past Witherspoon into left field. So runners at first and second now for Japan. And see who we have coming up here. This is Chihiro Ito.
Number 3, Chihiro Ito.
He is the batting champ in the tournament. 667 batting average. Pitch, a strike on the outside corner. Ito's in the starting lineup last night for Japan. Pitch by Rust. Here's a swing and a ball hard hit to the shortstop, and they get the runner at second base for the third out. So Witherspoon with a diving stab up the middle. He flips it to the second baseman, who gets the runner by a force for the third out. He gets up slow, but he'll be okay. 2-run score in the inning for Japan on 4 hits. Here's the play. Slide, ball. Never did get to the bag, but 2-run score, 7-1. Japan leads Team USA in this championship game of the Cal Ripken World Series. To the Babe Ruth League's 2017 Cal Ripken Major 70 World Series in Branson, Missouri. You see the All-World Series team. The international players, 3 players from Japan, make this all-star team.
the World Series committee.
And here's the United States squad as well, with Rawlings on this team.
World Series committee takes a look at all the games played, and not just the outright stats, but how big plays they made. The Ron Tellison award winners, which is the award we give for the player of the game. And player may have had one or two really outstanding games, but was solid. They have a chance to make the all-tournament, the all-defensive team. We've had a batting champion, the most outstanding player. The individual teams that win first, second, and third place get awards. We do participation awards for the league, letting the league know that they were in the World Series by a plaque. And finally, the players are usually picking up pins and different mementos of their travels. A little bit of, we saw some teams sharing jerseys, swapping jerseys when the tournament ended. So again, that camaraderie amongst the players is special.
Check swing and a miss by Beenan, who leads it off for Atlantic Beach, Florida. Count is 1-1 to him. Takara, the lefty, rocks and fires, swing and a miss.
Atlantic Beach certainly is hanging in there. Just have not been able to put enough pressure on Japan to get a rally going.
Takara looks in, gets a sign from Hodo, his catcher. Time of the night, it can be tough to see those signals down there. 1-2 the count. 7-1, Japan leads it. Pitch just outside, a little low. And the count is even at 2-2. Beenan leads off this fifth inning for Atlantic Beach, Florida. Boy, there's some proud people in Atlantic Beach, Florida right now, what this team has accomplished. Might talk about their travels here and how they had to compete to make it this far into the Cal Ripken Major 70 World Series.
I don't think it's any secret that the state of Florida produces a lot of great baseball players. Just winning the Florida State Championship is an accomplishment in itself. The opportunity then to go to the Southeast region and compete against teams from Georgia, the Carolinas, some of the better baseball areas of the United States, win that championship, and then come here and meet every challenge along the way to win the United States Championship. Yeah, it's a summer actually they're not going to ever forget.
Beenan strikes out for the first out of the inning, and it'll bring up Colin Rust. Here's the pitch by the lefty. Little high, but Beenan offered anyway. One out. Next pitch by Takara is high to Rust. Rust 0 for 2.
Usually when we get a chance to talk to the players, we happen to mention, hey, when you get that chance, please thank your parents for the support that they've given you all summer long. The time, the money, the time away from work, just to make sure that they have this opportunity to play the great game of baseball. Something you can't take for granted.
This is, by the way, their vacation time allotted, most of it more than what they're allotted at work.
Absolutely. And Babe Ruth League still has the win in advance mentality. You earn the opportunity. Everything you have in your life that you value, you've earned or overcame adversity to get. And that's certainly what an event like a World Series produces.
Rust fouls one back, 2-2 the count. There's one out in the inning. Bottom of the fifth, play 6. 7-1, Japan on top of Atlantic Beach, Florida. Breaking ball, a little bit high. Oh, we got him. A little late on the call. I apologize for that. He stepped back a little slow, but struck Rust out for the second out of the inning. You'll see it here on the breaking pitch, high breaking pitch, and nice job to frame that one by the catcher, Hodo.
That really dropped a lot in those last couple of feet.
2 outs in the inning, and it'll bring up Holden Bradshaw. Bradshaw 0 for 2. Pitch is high, 1-0 the count to Bradshaw. Shuta Takara, the second pitcher for Japan in this game. Next pitch is low, 2-0 the count. Japan with 10 hits, 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Team USA, 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 errors. Here's a swing and a foul straight back. Again last night, Atlantic Beach, Florida beat Pacific Southwest 2-1. William Rawlings with a complete game win. Japan knocked off Mexico 9-1. Here's a swing, another foul ball by Bradshaw.
We talked a little bit last night during the USA Championship game, but again, just as tough as the Southeast region. You imagine our state champion from Hawaii travels over to the mainland and plays teams, 3 different teams from California, North, Central, and South. The Arizona State champion, Nevada, and Utah. And that's a tough region. So the Final 4 teams were certainly well represented.
Breaking pitch, and Takara strikes out the side here in the 5th inning. 3 strikeouts for him this inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We head to the 6th. Japan on top of USA 7-1. America, Branson, Missouri. Again, the Cal Ripken Major 70 World Series, Branson, Missouri. You see the winners, and Japan has fared extremely well the last few years.
And so is the Southeast region. West Raleigh, North Carolina, 3-time champion, and again, that region is so tough. And if you come out of that, you're very tested. And
see a new pitcher for Southeast. This is Parker Sedgwick. He threw a 1-hitter earlier in the tournament. 10 innings, giving up just 2 hits. And struck out 9.
What you have to love, Tom, is that they worked all summer long to win that United States Championship, went through a number of tournaments, and we're such an emotional roller coaster there at the end of the game. The high of winning it. As the coach said last night, Coach Rawlings said, we're going to celebrate tonight, and then we're going to come out and take our chances and play the best in the world. And we've had a very nice contest here tonight.
So the 6th inning here, 7-1, Japan on top of Atlantic Beach, Florida. It'll be Odo leading things off, the catcher. 2 for 2, single, double. Sedgwick's first pitch is inside, 1-0 the count. Tomonori Hodo came in batting .600. He's had a good tournament, 2 for 2 in this one. Here's a breaking pitch and a strike, 1-1 the count. Team USA, the home team, they'll get their last at bat here in the 6th. Pitch outside, 2-1 to count. Big crowd here. A lot of the families from other teams have stayed around to watch this final event here for the closing ceremonies, the award celebration as well prior to the start of this one.
All the teams travel home tomorrow, and some of the U.S. teams that came in by automobile are already heading back home, school starting.
There's a swing and a fly ball left side, foul ground. Catch is made. by McGinnis for the first out.
The international teams, that long flight home to New Zealand and Australia, but I think they'll sleep on the plane. I think that's my guess. Rawlings doing a nice job there, just finding his way into foul territory and being prepared for that.
Haruto Yamada is the pinch hitter here. Swings and fouls the first pitch off. Went 2 for 2 with 5 RBIs against Puerto Rico, and was 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs against Korea. See his numbers in the tournament. A couple big games for Yamada. Sedgwick's pitch just outside, 1-1 to count.
You know, I watch Team Japan practice, and they're very disciplined, but they bring in a couple of the older players that are traveling with them to throw live, hard batting practice.
Ground ball to third. Rawlings, I believe. That is Rawlings at third. I had mentioned, yep, Rawlings playing third. There's no doubt when I saw that arm going across the infield. Oh, that's who it was.
Comes in, picks it up, sets himself. Nice, solid, hard throw. Russ now playing first. Yeah, so they bring in some of the older players that travel with them, and brothers and family, and throw a hard BP. And I think Florida Atlantic Beach, Rust, and now Sedgwick, throwing a lot of breaking speed, off-speed things, moving the ball in and out, kept them a little bit off balance.
Pinch hitting for Team Japan, number 5, Kosuke Matsufuji.
Kosuke Matsufuji is the new batter for Japan. Couple RBIs against Korea. His one hit of the tournament. Left-handed swinger against Sedgwick. Pitched by the right-hander here in the 6th. Just outside, 1-0 to count. 7-1 our score here in the 6th inning. Early August next year, mark your calendar. Here's a swing and a line drive to right field, handled by Beenan, and an easy inning for Sedgwick here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. To the bottom of the 6th, 7-1, Japan on top of USA. From Ballparks of America, Branson, Missouri, Tom Ladd, Robert Faraty is the Vice President and Commissioner of Babe Ruth Baseball, and we come to the bottom of the 6th inning. This is it, Robert. A great event here in Branson. We had 16 teams in the U.S. pools. Started off the week 1 week ago, as a matter of fact, and you had 2 pools of 4 teams of international teams, and it's down to this last half inning.
And we've announced that we're coming back, but we also have a brand new program in place where we had an 1170 championship contested in every region of the Babe Ruth program, 8 regions. So we've crowned 1170 champions that have been invited to take a special invitation to come here next year and compete. So that'll have 16 USA teams again, and again, we will be inviting the international teams to compete. So again, we're going to try and make the event bigger and better every year.
So same format, but just a little bit different tweak to it.
Correct.
So Ito, the new pitcher, saw his graphic, another left-hander. Pitches to Rawlings, leading off, who's 1 for 2 in the game, the USA most outstanding player. What a performance last night for Rawlings on the mound. He fouls one off.
Recorded two outs, 2 putouts in the last half of the inning, and comes up to bat.
1-1 to count to Rawlings. Came in batting .474. Had homered in the tournament. Pitch is a strike by Ito. So you got the batting champ pitching and the most outstanding player from the USA division batting here. Interesting. Here's a swing and a ball right back to Ito. He stabs it, throws it over to first base for the out.
Quick reflexes.
1 out, and it'll bring up Sedgwick now. He's 0 for 1, walked in the first, flew out to left field. Sedgwick.
I think he's smiling. He knew he stuck his glove out there, and he happened to catch it.
7-1, bottom of the 6th. Ito's pitch hits the outside corner for a strike. New ball being escorted in to the home plate umpire, Rick Garzillo. From the stretch, Ito's pitch. And that's strike 2. In and out of the glove of Hodo. 10 hits in a game for Japan. Again, they've given up a total of 3 runs in this event. They have been solid throughout all phases of the game. Good speed. Hit the ball well. They're very deep. Good pitching staff. Pitch low by Ito, and the count is 1-2. Tried to throw that one past Sedgwick. So you still have some work to do before the end of the official baseball season.
Right, our 1260, our major 60 championships being contested in Clemens, North Carolina, and our 10-year-olds in Hammond, Indiana, as well as our 13, 14, and 15-year-old World Series taking place this coming week.
Strikeout of Sedgwick on the outside corner. 2 outs.
We wish good luck to our Babe Ruth communities. Mountain Home, Arkansas, hosting the 13-year-old Babe Ruth World Series. Glen Allen, Virginia, hosting the 14-year-old World Series. And Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, hosting the 15-year-old World Series. And on Saturday afternoon, we'll crown a new 16-18 champion up in Ephrata, Washington. So there's 7 baseball World Series going on kind of simultaneously across the country, and we're proud of all of our communities that host these events.
Mountain Home, Arkansas, just about an hour and a half from here, not too far from Branson, Missouri.
They're the Northern Arkansas State champion was Mountain Home, Arkansas. They came up here, and they were excited to do that, but the host committee for Mountain Home hosting was not happy to lose some volunteers for that period of time.
Malachi Witherspoon batting. Here's a strike. 1-1 to count. Japan just an out away from claiming this World Series title. Ito flashes that out. Signals 1 out. That's all we need. 1-1 to count. Kicks and fires, and there's pitch just outside. 2-1 to count. Japan, the defending champions. From the stretch, Ito. Pitch, a strike. Now just 1 strike away from claiming the title. against a very good Southeast region team from Atlantic Beach, Florida. They went through 6-0 up to this point. Won last night 2-1 over Pacific Southwest. Here's the pitch. Foul ball by Witherspoon to stay alive. Japan has been dominant in their games. This is as competitive a game as they have played all tournament long.
Florida did exactly what they usually do. Just try and keep it, stay in the game, take advantage of some opportunities which did not present themselves tonight, but they stuck around.
Chopper to third. What a stab, and a throw to first base. And that's the game. Japan comes up the winner in this one, 7-1 over Atlantic Beach, Florida. You see the line score there. 3 pitchers for Japan hold Florida to just 2 hits in the game. They do give up a run, but a total team effort for this team from Japan, their 5th World Series championship in 7 years. This is as business-like a team as we have seen, I'm sure, in a lot of years.
Right up and down the lineup. A lot of pitching, strong hitting, very efficient, aggressive. They don't beat themselves.
They certainly don't.
Got the classic World Series caps, just like the big leagues. A little different here in Missouri. We went camouflage.
Very nice as the teams shaking each other's hands. The neat thing is they all know each other from this week. They all stayed together, so they know each other, and they're all friends. They got to know each other during the week, and a lot of baseball being played. 7-1 is your final. Japan wins it. It is the 2017 Cal Ripken Major 70 World Series from Branson, Missouri. And your Cal Ripken World Series champs here in Branson, Missouri. 7-1 the final score. Let's go now to our sideline reporter, Aaron Summers, for this report. Aaron?
Thanks, Tom. I'm here with Tima Hoshiku, who was the most outstanding player and also now world champion. Congratulations. What does this win mean for you?
今日星子君活躍されて、MVP 大会通じて取りましたけど、今日チャンピオンになれたということ、これはあなたにとってどういった意味がありますか？
MVP がどうとかよりも、チームが勝つことが、一番だったので、この優勝っていうのは、自分の人生に、大きな、影響っていうか、分岐点であったり、そういう、成長させてくれるんではないかなと思います。
Regardless of having an MVP award individually, I'm so happy about winning a championship game with our teammates. So I'm so happy right now.
How do you think the team is going to celebrate?
この優勝どういうふうにみんなと祝いたいですか？
この 今日試合が、このメンバーでやる最後の試合だったんですけど、とにかく、喜んで、悔いはないんで、今日は、とにかく、喜びたい。
You know, this is going to be the last game to have one single game with these 15 players together. So we would like to enjoy the night after this and all together with 15 players and coaches.
Well, congratulations. You guys have a fun night. Tom?
Great team from Japan. They celebrate the championship here tonight against Atlantic Beach, Florida. 7-1 your final. Setting the tone in the first inning with a 2-run bomb was Yuya Okanishi. Hit one over the left center field fence. That was their 7th home run of the tournament. And another player with a couple of hits in this one, their catcher, Tomonori Hodo. He was 2 for 3 with an RBI. So offensively, just another game for Japan, but what a tournament they had.
Yeah, and the 7-1 game, and maybe there wasn't the drama, but for Florida, they kind of held them down. They didn't have that offensive explosion they're capable of. You know, the players here, we have our World Series champion trophies being presented, medallions, the nice hats. Steve Tellefson, President and CEO, James Wagner, Chairman of the Board, and Lou Valentic from K&K Insurance, who sponsors all the awards out there. I would imagine, Tom, these players are going to stay on the field for quite a while and take some pictures together. And a great night. Thank you. Appreciate you, Tom, being such a professional and stepping in here and doing a great job for us.
Thank you, Robert. Larry Rollins taking pictures of the winning team. For Robert Faraday, Aaron Summers, and the rest of our production crew, I'm Tom Ladd saying good night from Branson and the Cal Ripken World Series.
At the Hyundai Summer Clearance Event, get some of the best deals of the summer on any new Hyundai.